We are back for another episode of Big Six Bants. Apologies for the lateness, people. There was obviously some technical issues that we had to sort out before starting. Of course, we want to make sure things are of quality to show you guys as the fans on the channel. But we are back, of course. A lot of news to look at today, of course. Kai Havertz's debut. Arsenal's game is just finishing up as we speak. We'll definitely be diving into that for a little bit at the start of the video. We'll probably move on to Jordan Henderson and his links to the Saudi League, reportedly agreed on the players' side, where they are quadrupling his salary up to 700k. Fabinho, a £40 million offer has been offered for Fabinho as well. He's 39, but obviously the Saudi League think he's 29. So we'll be talking about that as well. We also have Onana, Andre Onana. Yeah, it's very close now. On the cusp of joining Manchester United, looking for around 50 million, 5 million plus add-ons, looking for that final De Gea replacement as well. And of course, Dele Alli and his troubles mentally. He opens up with Gary Neville about some of the stuff that he's gone through throughout his football career. Still only 27, and we'll talk about whether he can turn that around and get back to the player that we saw about 5 or so years ago. So, people, we've got a super chat straight away. Big up Murtaza. He goes, what's my name? David. Whoa. I'm not going to read the middle bit, but yeah. Let's just say Murtaza wants the hair gone. Love for the super chat, bro.
Jesus.
We're not going to, I'm going to read that name. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit mad. But listen, how many likes are we gonna get today? We're already on 90 live viewers already, 87 to be exact. So
I want to say 1-1-1. What you ever think? Because the game ended and it's 1-1. What are we thinking, lads? What are you thinking? Huh? Kids?
Nah,
bro, I'm all for that.
Too low, man. Go higher.
I don't mind, man. I never knew mine was the focus today. Well, are we the focus?
No, United won the focus yesterday, but their game, United won in the title until
Mount was on the thumbnail.
Until Mount started trending. I had to check, bro. I had to change the thumbnail.
Yeah, well, Mount's on the thumbnail. No one's on the thumbnail this time, so it looks like there's no Arsenal talk. Sorry, lads. Let's get into the next topic.
Okay. I'm sorry.
If you want to talk about Arsenal, then fine. But I'm just saying it's not in the title. I'm just saying.
Oh, but I'll be talking about it.
That's up to you, bro.
We'll be talking about it.
Is Montel making exceptions now?
Listen. There's no exceptions. We said yesterday we'll talk on Kai Havertz. We will briefly touch on Kai Havertz, just like how we touched on now. We don't listen. Yeah. In my, we have too much to talk about to talk on this for too long. It'll get about 10 minutes time, and then we'll move on. But it is going to get covered. And who else to cover Kai Havertz content and Arsenal content than Flawless to come and join us? I'm sure you will have a field day as well. With his opinions on Kai Havertz. And even
wait, I just need to keep it. I just want to know from now, Flawless, are you here to be shameless? Because if that's the... Because obviously there's two paths in it. There's two paths. Yeah, you let me know.
I can't even believe you're asking me that, Casey. I'm offended that you would even.
Because I already see Corey's on it. So
never, man. I go down the righteous path in it, not the shameless path. You know what I'm saying?
Righteous path, Flawless. You make
righteous. Why do I make you sick? You know what I'm saying? Why is that? I've never run the shameless thing. I'm just super honest, man. I just answer questions honestly. Do I not?
Honestly. Well, listen, people. We know what we're going to do today. Again, our like total is going to be a nice 151 likes. The extra one on the end rather than 150 is for that 1-1 draw. And obviously the 50 is for the price of Onana. You know what I'm saying?
Raw. 50?
Bro, in case of this, we'll get to that in it.
Is it 50 million pounds or 50 million euros?
Huh?
Is it 50 million pounds or is it euros?
I think it's euros.
Okay. Just genuinely asking.
I think it's euros, though.
Wait, for Henderson?
No. Talking about Onana we mentioned.
Oh.
No.
Dream on.
I thought 50 million for Hendo. I was thinking. Excuse me.
No. When you said Henderson, I was thinking about the goalkeeper Henderson because he's supposed
to trust. I wasn't even thinking about.
Right.
But
When you
listen,
said Henderson, then I was just 20. I just went to the goalkeeper.
but chat, you know what it is. Chat, you know what it is. Of course. Chat. Let us know how many likes you think we can get to. We're on 130 people already right now. We're only 8 minutes in. So listen, let's get to it. Of course, we are also on 4,930 subscribers. We are 70 subscribers away from 5,000 subscribers. On your way in, please make sure you drop a subscribe and hit the notification bell for later episodes as well. We also have the Liverpool All-Stars show tomorrow, where we have myself, Sam, Drifty, Matt, Drifty, Cal, and James Redmond as well. So it's gonna be a great show, just like last week, where we talk more in depth on the Henderson situation, which we're gonna cover today from an opposition type of opinion. So first of all, we are going to speak on Arsenal just briefly. How long's left of the game?
Oh, it's done.
It's done.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah, do you see what I mean, Montel?
Yeah, it's done. It's done. Now, I want to go straight to Keir.
Cool. I'm gonna tag you in a second. I'm gonna tag you in a second.
I just got a few questions.
He's so excited, fam.
I'm gonna tag you straight in. I'm gonna tag you straight in. I'm gonna tag you straight in and explain. I'll tag you straight in. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is that I'm not gonna go in on Kai too much because I actually watched his performance and he just didn't see too much of the ball. However, what I'm going to go in on is that if any of us drew against this team, I would have saw Keir sending stats in. I would have saw Casey sending stuff in. In fact, I wouldn't see Casey sending stuff in. He'll give me the cheeky, Monts, wait, 1-1. So what are we going to do? You're going to explain that to me. Kears would have been sending in the stats of the game, the tweets of the game. Kears would have been the statistician. So this is why I feel like I have to talk about this now because I know how Kears is going to act.
Because of Kears. I'm glad. Thank you, Montel. And you see, sorry, just to interject, Montel, before you continue, I'll let you continue.
Go on.
But I'm glad that you. This is more like what you need to do. You need to make it clear where things are coming from, what's being said, and your reasoning. Because some people just umbrella us. Don't umbrella us. You've made it clear, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So continue, Montel. Attack my friend. I said attack my. Umbrella emojis in the comments only, people. Umbrella emojis only. Listen, smash the like button. Corey, let me tag you in because I know you had to hold a lot of it. You had to hold some serious corn on the comments today. So
this is it. I was holding corn for Mount, telling me all my players are. I'm not seeing the way we were playing. We're playing poorly. All this nonsense after 45 minutes of not even my legit first team. You guys, your first half, you predominantly had your first team. Predominantly. Yeah.
And we smoked
Gabriel, Rami, Saliba, who played right back for you, man? Ben White. You had Saka.
Yeah, we won that half, bro. We won.
Saka, Partey, all this stuff, and
what?
Bro, we won that half. What are you talking about?
Performance amazing. Yes or no?
But it didn't need to be. It didn't have my engine. It didn't have my wait. It didn't have my sole creator in Odegaard, my captain. He wasn't playing.
No, you don't need.
You know.
You don't need.
I'm not saying that. Montel, wait. I'm not saying that I need him. But everyone has their judgments on whether they think Fabio Vieira is good or bad. But most of us think he's not the best and could do better, right? We can all agree. Yeah? So when he's playing, expect that quality in the midfield area not to be as great. We still dominated the ball.
Sorry, in fact, Corey,
we didn't get a sniff.
Do you want to read out Arsenal's 11 for me, please? I'll let you do those.
Yeah, let me read it out. Sorry.
Let
me read this out quickly, innit? Let me get this one up because, my first 11, with Mount in the middle, and then I had two children in Kobe Mino and Hannibal.
I've sent it into the chat.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat.
Let me see it first. Sorry, let me just get this up now.
Also, people, the tweet is out. So if you do have Twitter, make sure you drop a retweet and follow us on Twitter as well,
Okay.
people, make sure you get that done ASAP.
So I know Odegaard didn't play, obviously because he was ill or something. I don't know the reason, but you had Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kyrgios, Partey, Trossard. I'm gonna say Vieira instead of Odegaard, Saka, Nelson, and Nketiah.
Corey,
Now-
you keep reading out these names like they played the whole game. I don't get it.
No, they played the first half, but
Yeah, and we won.
Yeah, they played the first half and we won,
the first-
and they didn't even get a
I don't
sniff.
I don't understand what you're trying to do.
Because I'm back,
just
Corey.
running
You
through
didn't
the
bag in the
first
first half.
Because either way, hold
Wait,
on.
Corey, you didn't bag in the first half.
With Mount, you didn't bag. You took your.
You had
youth
Mount,
back.
you had Sancho, you had these man, and you didn't bag. Isn't that more worrying?
Okay, with Havertz, you conceded.
With Havertz, I conceded.
Yes, if you want to attack
Do you
Havertz,
know what's so crazy? You watched the game. So for
With
you to
Havertz,
come
you
out with a
conceded.
comment like that is
I'm
scary.
sorry to say, but with Havertz, you conceded. Yes or no? It's as simple as that.
Bro, what
Did
the
And
you
this
hell?
concede
and this
Havertz?
man
Yes or
and
no?
this my people is prime example of shamelessness.
Do you see why I had to
Shameless.
write this Mount agenda now? I had to do it because I was going to hear shit.
Just to interject, because I don't want to stop it. When Kai Havertz got on, where did he play?
Like
centre
left
mid.
centre mid-ish, left centre mid.
It's like an advanced 8 on the left side.
In the
Okay, so he
position
played in
they
midfield.
told him, in the position they told us he would cook it. But yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm just asking to know. So he actually played as a midfielder. All right, cool. Go on, carry on.
Yes,
I just wanted to know.
want you
I just
explain
wanted to know.
me, Yeah, I want you to explain to me the difference of what Kai Havertz done and what Mason Mount done.
There wasn't a lot. I'll be real. He didn't.
We said at least Mason Mount didn't hide.
You said Mason Mount had a 3 out of 10. So Kai Havertz had a 3 out of 10. And you
Yeah, he
told me
did.
after
He did
45
still.
minutes, you're not convinced that Mason Mount fits the system. So Kai Havertz does not fit this system.
Bro, Kai Havertz is playing with guys that he's not gonna play with.
Mason Mount played with Kobe Mino and Hannibal.
Played with
yeah,
Sancho.
24 hours, a lot can change in
Played with
24 hours.
Sancho, bro.
He ain't playing with them again.
Wasn't it? Play with them again.
He ain't
Kids,
playing with
all
them
you gotta
again.
do is say it was rash, innit? That's all you gotta say. It was rash, innit?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
What was rash? What my argument?
You
That's
said
it,
was
man.
trash.
Yeah,
What
you
did I-
went in
It's just a
like
bit rash, innit?
What did I say?
When you was
Oh,
giving like
okay.
Mount a
Mason Mount
3 and
had a
saying you
3
don't
out
fit
of
the
10.
I've
system
seen
and
enough
that.
to know that.
It's not.
Mason-
Or
That's
45
not-
minutes, you can't say that.
I still stand by that. I still stand by that.
Mad stuff.
I
Well,
still
you said-
stand by that.
You said
Why
Mount
can't
don't
man
fit.
say that?
Yeah.
K going down swinging. I love K.
Yeah, when you
Going down
say
swinging.
Mount don't fit the system, in what sense do you mean he don't fit the system?
I mean this current system with the 8 in Bruno or whoever you're gonna play, that is not gonna work. I feel like you need somebody like a Frankie De Jong or someone of that caliber for Mount to cook more. That's what I feel like, and I still stand by that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna change that.
Madam, just
I think you give him Mount too much credit, but I hear the point you're trying to make. Though still.
Madam, just
he
quickly
doesn't
side
even
note.
Bro,
Just
make-
quickly
make
side
no
note.
mistake,
Reece
I think
James is apparently injured again, fam.
No.
But
that's
when I said obese James, man said I was being rude.
Yeah, that
Oh,
that
yeah.
is rude. That's too far. That's over the top. We don't even know what the injury is. How do you know it's nothing to do with his weight? You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
Hey, listen, hey, injury, fit or Grease James, Grease Lightning, Reese's Pieces. I need more.
Nah, his problem
Yeah,
is
no,
he's not. I
Reese's
know this
Pieces
is
is
saying
the
about
one.
him,
That
man.
brother's
He's not.
just-
He's not a fullback, man. He's a centre back.
No,
He's not a fullback.
no. Reese is in pieces because now he can't stay fit, and I was getting best right back in the world shouts, and no one was talking about it.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's for another day. That's for another day.
This guy is petty, you know.
That's for another man because hey, I had to deal with him. I had to deal with Reese's army for a good minute.
Nah, I get it. You still petty though. You know what I'm saying? I know you
I'm
have to
petty
deal with
as
that.
hell. I'm petty as hell.
Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, let's get to the super chat. Big up Highbury Ultra for the £4.99 donation. Big up yourself, bro. He says Kai didn't play that bad. Not much to dissect. First half was good. YG's in the second half did okay. The academy keeper is terrible. Ethan, top tier.
I swear that was Matt Turner or my bugging.
No, it was Hines.
He's playing in the Gold Cup right now.
Pay attention, E. Pay attention, G.
But I'm just-
That's what I'm saying, E.
Jump on anyway.
That's even third or fourth, bro. Because obviously that uncle, I don't know how to say his name. The uncle, the other keeper.
Arthur, yeah.
Yeah, Arthur. Yeah, cool. My man is Sly third, so this guy might even be fourth choice. Like, it's just we will not see this guy won't even get a sniff in the early stages of a cup game, bro. Like, it's just not that.
Yeah.
You saw today he's not ready from the playing out the back thing. He's just not comfortable. And if I'm honest, it could have happened on another occasion. That was just the icing on the cake, the one which they scored from. But bro, the way he was just nervous when he got the ball, and it was just he's not ready for that. But fair enough, man.
Yeah, but listen. All I've got to say is that K, like, if it wasn't for your insolence over the last years, I would have let this slide. Because it doesn't sit right in my spirit getting onto you for drawing your first preseason game. It doesn't sit right in my spirit. But I feel like I have to get you while you're down before you're up again. Because I feel like if you were in my position, in fact, I know that in my in Jerome, I just know that I've listened too many times. Too many times. But how about this? But I've just seen fuckery. And I can't deal with it, K. I'm sorry, bro.
You know, Mons, fair enough for you, innit? But with Corey, like, I'm not hearing that. The reason why I'm doing this too because I done it to Mount. Even if I didn't speak on Mount, he still would have spoken about Havertz.
Yeah, Corey would have still been chatting.
This is what I'm saying.
That's what.
Yeah, Corey, you would have been.
That's why it's so shameless. That's why it's so shameless because it was like, regardless of whatever happened, he would have found a way to chat.
Literally. So I had to speak on the Mount thing from before.
I said
just
I
in
don't
case.
care about preseason. I said I don't care.
Bro, stop
Just a point up for the preseason team. This is your tempo for the season. You know? I'm not saying it counts a lot, but starters you need to go on in it.
Ethan, extra, bro. Word to K. I'm watching all the ops. I'm watching
It's getting watched.
Hey, fam. Okay.
Bro, once you know, Ethan and Corey, like I said, without my Mount fuckery, they still would have been on me today. It's facts.
Yeah, they would. Yeah,
so there we go.
That's agreed. Yeah.
So Havertz been under the. I said this last year. I said, listen, Havertz and Mount are going to be under the microscope. You think it's mad now? Watch when the season starts. Like the microscope them man are going to be under is going to be so toxic.
Yeah, you better start off with a thing.
Months, just to touch on
that. It's only fair that if one of them bags, then we have to give them the same. We have to make the hate as loud as the praise, but it's never going to be that. I can say that now, but if he scores a goal and it's deflected, man, I'm going to be like, oh man, I need more than that. Pay 65 ounces for the guy. Like, do you know what I'm saying? We know how it's really going to get in it. Let's hit a few more of the super chats. The super chats are coming in, people. Big up yourself and big up the chat. Big up Ethan Azoe says Hendo, Fabinho leaving. Alexa played DJ Khaled. God did. Wait, that's a good one still. Big up Jada Activist. He says Jamaica needs a new coach. Shocking performance.
Yeah, big man thing.
Yeah, bro, I'll be real. I stayed I went to bed, set an alarm for the game, and I went to bed vexed. How about this? I was watching the game like this, with crust in my eyes, sleep in my eyes, vex in my bed at 4 a.m. in the morning. Thinking, what am I watching? What am I watching?
One of them, I had the notifications on it. One of them woke me up. I saw 3-0. I just
annihilation still. Annihilation.
Yeah, I dare them not make the
Reggae boys took it out. And we done so well. We was pumping. Everyone else was getting pumped. Everyone else was getting smoked. So the worst thing is USA lost to Panama. Was it Panama they lost to?
The fuckers, man.
We could have.
We was beating them in the final. We was beating them in the final.
Yeah, lost to Panama and Pens.
Yeah, that's so dead. That's so dead. We definitely could have beaten Panama in the final.
Who do Mexico even have for them to get him?
No, they got a couple.
They have a few talent. Yeah.
But they didn't play their first team though. But they have a couple man still.
Yeah, but the team they fielded wasn't great. Like, I didn't know anybody who they fielded.
To be fair, but they brought off the bench. The Alvarez is it Edson Alvarez?
Oh, him. Oh yeah.
He played. He was playing.
He's not great, fam. What the hell?
Yeah, no, he's good.
And then on top of that, what was that? A knockout, a semi-final,
semi-final, isn't it?
Shocking,
man. Fuck.
On top of that, they kept a clean sheet.
Yeah. We didn't even look for a lot of the game. We didn't look dangerous in it. We did not look dangerous. I'm not even gonna lie.
I just want to.
But it's fine though. Listen, but it's promising though because we would never have even got half that far without some of the new guys that's come in. Now we've got Damari, we've got Omari, we've got obviously Bailey playing. I can't lie. I'd say we have Antonio, but he was stinking yesterday. But we have Antonio, which is better than what we had before. He was stinking yesterday, but he's better than what we have. And then, of course, we obviously got... Do you know who's been surprising me, though? Bobby Reid was balling out.
Yeah. Bobby Reid's not bad.
He's improved under the new Fulham manager's definitely improved him.
Yeah, facts.
Definitely improved him.
Bro, I'll be real, yeah. Looking at Antonio, yeah, I sympathise for West Ham fans, isn't it? Some weeks you've got to watch that.
Bad.
Yeah,
bad.
That's the main man, you know.
He was bad. He was bad still. We're not even on the front. But listen, people, there's 222 people in the house right now, and we're only on 90 likes. I'm gonna need a bit more. Yeah. So, people, we're bringing you enough topics to talk about today. So again, smash that like button. We should at least be on 100. So I want to see at least 10 likes now from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button, people, ASAP. And we can. I'm not even gonna lie. 151 seems a little bit low now, isn't it? That does seem a little bit low. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Big up Lucas as always says Dujon Richard. Yeah, Dujon. Talent.
Yeah.
Obviously, Troops was telling me he's better than Omari. I don't know if Troops had his Arsenal to Chelsea goggles on. I don't know if he's better, but apparently they're saying word on the curb is he's better. You know what I'm saying? He's better than Omari Hutchinson. I don't know about that yet. I need to see a bit more of him, but Dujon is very cold. He is cold. Big up JD Active. He says Morgan Gibbs White come home. Yeah. Reece Williams, Jamaican heritage there. So we've got a couple man that
for them man there that don't have many caps, they should be seeing this saying, "Bonnet, let me switch my allegiance."
Like, Morgan Gibbs White.
Literally.
At least before, if you go like it's crap.
Big up JD Activist. Kaz says your national team is shit. Kaz, you're Polish, G. So like obviously like. But then again, Poland got a good national team, so that's just dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've only got 1-2 man, fam. No, it's not hard. Like it's not hard.
No,
they reached the Euro.
Like, yeah, but they can do the Euro team.
They got Kiwior, so I got.
You say they're top 10.
I've even got Hussam. I've even got Hussam trying to make fun of Jamaica because Jordan beat us in a friendly. But like, I'm not trying to hear nothing from Hussam and his quiff.
Sometimes we're fresh, sometimes we're not, fam.
Yeah, like, as I said, we're on the up. I don't know where Jordan is for Hussam. And as I said, with his quiff and his Tommy Mallets and his leather jacket, fam, I'm not trying to hear his cigarette blood. I'm not trying to hear nothing from him. I'll be real, bro. Bro, I'm just not trying to hear it, cuz. Allow me, bro. I'm not trying to hear it, fam. The real grease lightning. But listen, as I said, kids, I kept my promise. We didn't keep it too long on havertz. Kept my promise. Let's move on. Jordan Henderson. His wages, 700K. I repeat.
Bullet.
Al-ettifaq have offered, obviously managed by Steven Gerrard, a reported 700K for Jordan Henderson at 33. Now, I'm not even with Jamie Carragher because Jamie, I don't know if you guys know Jamie Carragher's views on the whole Saudi defense. Have you guys seen?
Oh yeah, did he speak on that one, by the way? Because
like he's saying his point was it's not the players going over there, it's the amount of money that they're just pumping in that we don't know where they're getting it from, and it's a league that's not in Europe, so it's like
no, bruv, that point's rubbish because he knows where it's coming from. There's trillions in the positive, like he knows where the money's coming from.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Obviously, outside of Europe, the whole FF, all that stuff don't apply to them, innit?
Basically, it's not nice. Yeah. Basically, it's not nice that they can come in and say, you know what, I'll give you 10, maybe between 5 to 10 M's more than any other club will. Let your player come or not. It's up to them, really.
But
it's not up to
honestly,
you,
I think that is dead for football, though. Listen, personally, I think go get your money and do what you need to do in it, like because, bro, like if you got the money and you want to make your league up, you got to invest and you got to do the madness. You got to pump and dump. That's what you got to do.
By the way,
I don't know if it's good for the league, though. Just seeing all the
it's
young.
Not good for the league.
Man in their prime. I don't want to see man in their prime.
Just go bypass man saying you should just pump and dump, yeah? We just go and bypass. All right, go on, carry on.
Because you know what it is, Montel?
Carry on. Carry on.
It's either, maybe Saudi are doing this to pull FIFA's leg and say...
I don't blame them.
Bro, they can maybe pull FIFA's leg and say, cool, if you invite us to the big table, we'll calm down. Put us under some financial restrictions. but either you're gonna let us in or we're kicking the door down.
Bro.
That's what they're probably coming with. Like, either you're gonna let us in or we'll buy our way in. Like,
question for the man, them, yeah. Do you guys think now, because Henderson's going to be going over there, do you think he's still going to be playing for England?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You know, say that again.
Do you think Henderson's still going to play for England?
Southgate's got any sense? It's got to be cut. You can't be applying your try and be playing for the England national team.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no one's be surprised though. I can still see him making a squad though.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
I just feel
I don't know why everyone's getting their players suits, but me, I've got bare deadwood to get rid of, fam.
Bro, they offered man 40 mil for Fabinho. 40 mil. Now,
yeah,
bro,
40 million. This is my point, Montel.
This is getting silly. It's getting silly
15 mil, but it's up to FIFA either to let them in so that they can put some restrictions under them, or allow them to do, because it's not illegal what they're doing.
I know,
it's
exactly.
not illegal.
The laws don't. It doesn't apply to them. They can just pump.
It's up to FIFA. It's down to FIFA now to let them in and say, cool, we'll put some regulations under their thing. Cool, you can pump some money in for like a year or 2 or 3 years so that you can build up, and then we'll start putting the financial restrictions on you, bro. Then if they're just gonna allow them to do this, then it's FIFA's, bro. Clubs have to make money. If someone's offering you 40 million for a player, you're never going to get that.
Okay, so I don't want to make this a political stream, innit? Obviously, I want to keep it more based on Jordan Henderson and Liverpool per se. But it is sometimes worth talking about that. Like, we want to see as European football fans, we want to see the best players in Europe. And a lot of the fans outside of Europe are saying, well, what about us? What if we want the best players in our league? And for us to eventually be in the Champions League every year, and for us to compete, and for our leagues to be the attraction. And I hear that. From their side, I hear it. But from our side, as I said, I want to see the best players in my league also. But if they have more money and more pulling power, it kind of is what it is. But it's just not something I want to see, especially that, because at the end of the day, it does take some sort of moral out of football, in a sense where, like, you don't see players growing up saying, I want to go play in Saudi Arabia. They say, I want to play for Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
I hear what you're saying, but money talks at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why that's why I said it takes the moral out of it, because it's like, it's more contract and money as opposed to my dream is to play for Barcelona.
I think football morals have gone already.
No, not completely.
You don't think these players are
I think to a degree,
they're not completely gone,
No,
but this hyperinflation in football is causing maybe a generation of football players to maybe lose touch with what it means to be at a club than people have been. You know, bro, you're looking at it now, bro.
Ruben Neves at 26 years old, potentially crying for Barcelona, then they come in and he's going Saudi, bro.
Then they come in and give you bread.
That's a joke thing.
Even it came out that obviously players like Alex Song. Alex Song said.
Go on.
Did you hear what Alex Song said?
No, what he said
about when he left Arsenal. So obviously he done an interview and he said, like, when Barca came in and showed me how much money I was going to be making, there was no chance I was staying at Arsenal.
No, bro. Obviously, there's always been the move in football where you've gone, he's done it for money. Like when Etienne went to Russia. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when
it's different, bread,
that's not when Ronaldo's 37, and he's going to Saudi Arabia. No one, do you know what I'm saying? No one gives a dash. But if let's say this, Odegaard, let's say he becomes even better. He's in his prime at Arsenal at 27, and he goes Saudi Arabia.
That's mad.
That's dead, bro.
That's mad.
That's dead.
But until they start taking the top players, then that's when I get it will be a concern from a football.
The way it's looking, they're not far away, innit? Like obviously, again,
they're not far away.
But they have to come make a statement, though. They have to come and take Casemiro from United, a Salah from Liverpool, an Odegaard from Arsenal. That's when it's like, oh shit! At the moment, they're just taking Deadwood.
Because Oscar to China was an anomaly. Everyone was like, wait, this guy's cold. What's he doing? This guy's got the whole world in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Like
even Carrasco.
Yeah, correct. But Carrasco came back. At least Carrasco came back. He went. He's like, came back. Do you know what I'm saying? Straight back into the Champions League. Straight back at the top level.
Nah, but
do you know what I'm saying?
Once they start taking the top
China,
China were offering the big bucks to select few. The Saudi team they've sweeped up Chelsea's Deadwood, or whatever you want to call it. They've sweeped up flipping Real Madrid. They offered Modric a contract. I think they offered Benzema a contract. Yeah, these are relevant players, bro. Like their thing seems a lot more. What's the word? With intent. There's a lot more intent to it, and I hear it.
Yeah.
Because if, like you said, if you want to start a league, you gotta invest big bread. But it will affect players in the Prem that maybe at the start of their career, really and truly, like you man said, their thoughts should be on the footballing side. But bro, if you're coming from the ghetto, coming from flipping the slums of London or slums of Brazil, and you're getting offered stupid money in a stupid country to go live like a king and kick ball, bro,
for a couple years as well. They're not offering you mad contracts. They're saying like 3 years. They're
And
like,
you know what
I'm saying?
Come for 3 years.
You know what?
More
These
money
players
than
deserve
making
it.
a career.
Yeah, because these players deserve it. Football is $1 billion, £1 billion. I don't know what the currency is over there in Saudi, but it's £1 billion industry. Therefore, and the players are the main attractions. So if I'm a part of £1 billion company, guess what? I want my money. Go get your bread. They deserve that,
bro. You see, with Henderson, if I'm like, I was asked the question, months. Are you sure the Liverpool players aren't looking at the captain sideways now? You know, how can the leader of your team be swayed? I said, brother, they're quadrupling his blood clot wages to 700k. They're not offering him no 300 bags.
But
Monto on top of that,
they were putting up quotes of Henderson saying, "Oh, like you shouldn't really be going Saudi and all of this stuff." And now,
yeah, that's all well and good until they slap that contract in front of you with 700k.
What quotes though? I don't know what quotes. You'd have to show me the quotes because I haven't seen them.
He was an advocate for the LGBTQ thing.
The LGBTQ thing, fair enough, but I'm not talking. But the quotes, what quotes?
Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I'll send it to you later, innit? But I definitely saw.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Talking about like sports washing and stuff, and then obviously the quadruple wages coming, bro. Obviously, if I'm him, I see my quadruple wages. Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. Like, it's all fun. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. Tax free, 700k tax free.
Money talk.
No, money talks. You can't turn it down, fam.
Yeah, exactly.
I think even if Pep Guardiola, maybe not him because he's accomplished everything, and this is why even Henderson, I hear it if he goes, I hear it if he stays, because he's won everything. I wouldn't say he's accomplished everything, but he's won one of every trophy in it. So he's like he's completed it in the sense that he's got.
Bro, Henderson's done what not many footballers do, bro.
Yeah. I agree. So he's done that. So if he's being offered 700k, it's almost like, why would I turn it down? Like it could have been half of that. It even could have been half of that. Why would I turn that down?
Casey's turning 34
you, bro.
as well. My
next contract at Liverpool isn't going to be anything like that. I'm going to have to play at the crazy high intensity. Not that I don't want to.
Bro, he's
not that I can't believe I can.
It's gonna tarnish your image at the end of the day. The legacy, and we've seen it so many times where the hater even
just rub out and
rub out.
It's not happening already. Henderson's getting a lot of hate from the Liverpool fans already just for last season alone. So, you can see, but the thing is with Henderson, it's not even like he's played a big part. He's captain Liverpool. He averages over 30 in the league, 30 appearances every year. Like, he's been playing. He's been part of Liverpool's best midfield trios, the top two midfield trios in the last 10 years. Henderson's in both of them. He's done what he's done. As I said, he's done what Steven Gerrard didn't do in the Premier League. He's won 2 Carabao Cups. He's won the FA Cup. He's won the Club World Cup. He's won the Super Cup, and he's won the Champions League.
Yeah. Just quickly, there's a player that gets me hot. There's that player at Celtic, Jota. Yeah, he's actually hard, isn't it? And he's quite young. And we were linked.
And he's gone.
He's actually, he's a good footballer. But he's been offered a big contract. But he's now we're joining Kante, Benzema, and someone else in it. But my question to you is: we saw them at the World Cup. They balled out. They were the surprise team not the surprise. Morocco maybe the surprise team, but they balled out. They beat Argentina. Do you think that league would be competitive?
I don't even know the teams in there like that. I'm
I
not
wouldn't
sure.
I wouldn't say competitive.
bro. Do you know what it is? I'll be real. You're kind of on the same page. That's in it. I just feel like whenever a player like Jota for Stoke, and I know you're on about, he's a good player. His next move should be a European move. And again, like we want to see players like Henderson go into Saudi Arabia. Doesn't bother me. You've done what you needed to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're not going to play. He's been told that he's going to play the Milner role next season. Where or just go play. And he's playing under Gerrard. It's not like he's playing under some random. He's playing under Gerrard.
I can't lie. I think
the guy that gave him the armband in the first place.
I think that solidifies Lavia coming to Liverpool, in my opinion.
Well, this is the thing because we've been offered. We haven't said Fabinho's up for sale. Klopp says he's untouchable at the moment in this window, and obviously, Klopp said he's untouchable. Yeah.
Well,
I say untouchable until money talks.
Has there been an actual bid for Fabinho?
Yeah, 40 million. 40 million.
Yeah. I don't know why Klopp's trying to hold on to man like that. I don't get that.
We know.
You're never going to see that again.
Fabinho is 39.
That easily replaced though? That's the question.
Is Fabinho easily replaced? Yes. This Fabinho, yeah.
The prime Fabinho, no. But this isn't
this
the prime
Fabinho. This
But
Fabinho.
word to you, man. The protection. He wasn't getting the protection last season. He was naked.
No. But he didn't. But
didn't have
no one in his prime. No one talked about protection. He didn't need protection.
You know what it is? Montel you need Declan Rice in it, Monts. He'd be the one.
No, he'd be a great replacement for Jordan Henderson. I'll be real. He'd be a brilliant replacement. But at the end of the day, I feel like with Fabinho and with Henderson, like again, and even so now, all three of them have been linked with moves away. Thiago, Fabinho, and obviously Henderson being the most the tier
Thiago's
one.
Been linked with a move away.
Yeah, like a month ago as well. Remember?
Thiago. Oh, I thought there was new. I thought there was new.
It's always so cheeky when Corey gets onto Thiago. When Thiago dunked on Corey so bad, Pogba got sent off. And that's the last time we saw Pogba in a Man United shirt. This guy's literally man got himself sent off.
Don't be upset, bro.
This guy's a T.
It's just what I always say. It's very cheeky from you. Very cheeky from you. But yeah, no. I just think with experience, I know Liverpool want an overhaul in their midfield, innit? And Jordan Henderson, for me, whether he goes or not, I'm not really asked, to be honest. If he goes, I'll be real, he'll get his testimonial, one of the best ever captains, the most successful captain in terms of the recent era. I'm all of that, bro. But
this is all for Liverpool.
If he stays,
don't even hit the recent era in the Prem. Give that man his full credit, man. In the Premier League era, he's Liverpool's most successful captain.
Yeah, bro.
100%.
No, don't do recent. No. Premier League era, fam. The whole total 3 decades plus change. Don't do that, fam.
Obviously, again, I don't know if he's won more. I don't know who's won more. I think Gerrard's won more trophies, but I think Henderson's won the Premier League.
Which is the most. So that's what we mean.
As I said, but Gerrard.
Montel just don't. Hey, Flawless, you don't want to say it.
You don't want to say it, man.
You can't utter them words. You can't utter them words.
No. Again, this is how I know you lot didn't. But this is how I know you lot didn't watch the Liverpool show, because I said I prefer Henderson as a captain. So you didn't. That's how I know you lot didn't watch the Liverpool show.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Then say it now, G. Then say it now.
What do you mean? I've said it already. I said I prefer. No. As a captain, I prefer Jordan Henderson. But he doesn't.
No, it's not about preferring.
Who
was the better captain? Not who you prefer. Who was the better captain?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Flawless. I told you. He was asking another question.
Facts. Hey, once we see you, we can see you, fam. I'm saying we can see you.
Because obviously, was Henderson a better captain than Vieira?
No, but now why are you trying to attack me? Why?
No.
I'm asking you.
Was he? No, I asked you, Casey. No, tell me. No, Casey, tell me. Was he?
Was he? No, he probably was. He won the Champions League.
No. Was he?
He won the yes. He won the Champions League and the Premier League. He was, bro. He won.
He wasn't. Vieira won 3 Premier Leagues. No, he wasn't. He was not 3 Premier Leagues.
Yeah, but bro, like Henderson won it all. I want to say, I want a captain.
Yeah, you want to say he won it all. He completed the jugular. He completed the jugular. Yeah, but listen,
Hey,
no one
either way, that's another conversation. I just think that I'm not asked whether he leaves or not. I'm not asked. If he does stay though, I do want him to play against Mulder and that. I'm happy for him to play in the Carabao Cup. That's fine. I just don't want to get rid of all three of them and then bring in 3 young players, and I'm left with a kindergarten midfield.
Like,
Is it good? Is it good? No. The thing is, though, forget the kindergarten midfield. It's about skill, though. No.
I need experience. Experience brings me trophies.
I say this right now.
Arsenal are the prime example of that. That lack of experience.
No, it wasn't a lack of experience. It was a lack of skill. It was a lack of skill.
No, because Arsenal had enough skill to beat Liverpool. They had enough skill to beat. They had enough skill to beat Southampton. They had enough skill to beat West Ham. They just didn't have enough skill to beat City. But they didn't need to beat City.
I can say experience is the most overrated. Is one of the most overrated traits in football.
And you say that because you have another good captain since Roy Keane and since Rooney. Sorry, that's why you are saying that. Because
no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's facts. Experience is the most overrated. It is the most overrated because of course it is, because when it's players who's a baller who's older, we don't mention his experience first. We mention all the things he's good at, and an experience is one of the latter things. Henderson's not good enough for where you lot are trying to go, experience or not.
Yes, but that's if we're talking, but no one's talking year in, year out, 90 minutes.
No, but I'm talking about like right now in regards to you lot having a younger midfield. You lot having a Lavia is much better than having Henderson. That's a fact.
Oh yeah,
now.
Yes, quality wise.
Yes.
Losing the Fabinho and the Henderson, I think that's very big.
That's good. That's in the step in the right direction. Arsenal, yes, experience would have helped them, but
if you replace them with quality and experience, if you bring in 2 inexperienced, promising youngsters,
you can't guarantee that.
Huh?
You can't guarantee these kids that you're bringing in, these young people, are going to be quality.
Exactly, Corey. That's my exact point. And you're gonna have with young players, as good as you are, there's going to be inconsistencies. Apart from the rarities that you get, the Marcus Rashards coming through, the Trents coming through.
But again, that's
even they've had inconsistencies.
Whoa, slow down. Where's Saka?
But that's down. But that's skilled. Yeah, but
how about this? No. How about this? I said bar, and how about this? Saka's had inconsistencies. So,
but don't get mistaken. It wasn't experience for Arsenal. What the problem was for? Ironically, what the problem was for Arsenal? Their experienced players didn't do the business at the business end of the season.
Wait, Henderson not even confirmed. Oh, dank. Hey, Jay the activist, pick you up.
Wait, Henderson not even confirmed.
Well, that's what Jay the activist is saying. Please tell me the source. I need to know.
Please tell me. Because then we can just put that right to bed.
Don't ever call me a top red. Don't ever. That is the biggest disrespect. Don't ever call me a top red. But
you're not a top red. You're not a top red. No, but back to the point I was talking about experience. That was the problem with Arsenal. Their senior experienced players didn't do the business at the business end of the season. Your Xhakas, your parties, etc.
The whole bridge came down, Flo.
The whole bridge came down, but when the whole bridge is falling, who do you rely on? Your experienced senior guys, correct? Yeah. And the experienced senior guys fall.
No, but Flawless, I'm saying that for me, Liverpool, when it comes to Fabinho and Henderson, sell one of them. Sell one of them. Don't sell both of them. Sell the second one. For me, when you're getting rid of the experience and the dead wood, because obviously experience turns to dead wood when you keep it for too long. We know this. We know this one, isn't it? Yeah. You got to kind of stagger it. Like, we've already got rid of 3 midfielders this window. If we get rid of Hendo and then get rid of Fabio, that's 5 midfield. That's 5 midfielders, bro. I'm not on the Chelsea. I've never been on the Chelsea wave of clear out and bring 5 in, because now we're talking transition. We should. This is not transition. You know what I'm saying? This is a blip. Transition. No, hold on. Let me land. If we were in a transition, sell Salah, sell Van Dijk, get the 100 million now. Get that stuff now. Get the big money now and start reinvesting wholesale-wise. Don't wholesale your midfield. That doesn't make any sense. If you're going to let go of certain experienced players, let go of one of them or 2 of them. As a kid, so we've lost Milner was the vice captain, Hendo being the captain, and then keep the other 2 and Fabinho and Thiago. And then next window, then you let them go and bring it. Do you see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying to an extent, but it's just 2 things. there's two things though. One, you have experience outside of them in the likes of Salah, Van Dijk, etc., etc. You can even throw Trent in the mix. You got Alisson, you got Robertson, and second, they don't change what you lot are trying to do anyway in terms of the domestic cups in the Europa League. Like if you lot were in for the Premier League and close to City, I would hear that a lot more.
That's where I want to be, bro. I want the title. I want to challenge.
That's all. To be. I don't
want that kindergarten midfield.
That is all well and good what you want, but what you want and what you're gonna get is two completely different things.
Of course, bro. But if I've got a little bit of quality, a little bit of experience, and I've got a few man that are just in that grey area.
So you trying to challenge City and go there? All right, first.
That's what I want. Do you see it? So that's not gonna happen.
I didn't know that was the aim in it. All right, first.
But yeah, I spent an hour arguing with Tom because he wants to bring in Kefren Turam and Kone and sell Fabinho and Henderson. I said, "Where's the experience?" I said, "Where's
what he's saying?" I'd let them become the experience.
You like that's another kindergarten midfielder. I can't.
No, but the thing is, the reason why I'd run with that is to get them the experience anyway, because they don't change your goals. Because whether you lot keep this midfield or move or have the young midfield, you're not challenging City. It's Europa League and the domestic cups. You can do that with that team.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys were in Europa. I kind of thought you was in champs.
Bro, haven't you seen Europa have been posting bare championships?
Me off. It's me
off. Oh, what with the fresh trim? Trent with the fresh trim.
Europa, Montel, don't worry. They started doing that with us at one point. They were just sending bare.
No, how about this, Casey? They're still tweeting about you, and you're not even in there no more. That's somebody.
Yeah, it's just
you had a 6-year membership. You had a 6-year membership, Casey.
Yeah, it's so cheeky.
Hold that one.
I don't even think Champions League follow you guys.
Big up Jay the Activist with another super chat. He says, big picture after their World Cup performance. They want to invest domestically. These players will help their players improve through competition. They're investing now to host the future and have a good team. I big up yourself, Jay the Activist. I hear it. As I said, everyone's going to have their opinions. I just don't think you give away all your experienced midfielders at once. I think that's ludicrous. Unless you're bringing in... Unless you're doing what United did and you're bringing in a Casemiro, forget about it. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have, you know what I'm saying? To be fair, bro, if we brought in like a Paulinho or like a Amrabat, or do you know what I'm saying? One of these guys who are again 26 plus, played at a good level for a while. I would think veteran. But do you know what I'm saying? Then
I hear you.
I said 40. Listen, if they bump that up by a little bit more, that 40 million is talking. Because I said we know Fabinho is 39. They still think he's 29. So you see it. But listen, we know he's 39, but they don't know. They still think he's 29 because 40 mil, you must be out of your mind.
Bro,
I might just grab that with both hands if you keep the offer there for too long. You know what I'm saying? But you know. Maybe Klopp sees it different. I don't know. Let's talk about let's hit the comments and then we're gonna go with Dele Alli's situation. Obviously, we saw the interview today where he's obviously gone through a lot of stuff as a youngster and obviously throughout his time at his back end of Tottenham, his Everton spell, and over there in Turkey with his Besiktas spell as well. But let's have a look at some of what the chat said as well. Star 11 says keep Amrabat's name out your mouth. I know United fans want that one, and the United fans want him.
Of course.
Yeah, I know. I hear that one. Klopp's hamstring says many Liverpool fans deluded, believing we can win the Premier League next season. No, not believe we can win. The expectation of where we should be and where we need to be. Big up Ed. Ed says Odegaard is the only senior player that did, and he didn't step up at all in the time. No. It was everyone. You can't pin that. In fact, Xhaka stepped up, bro. I'm not hearing the
What's he talking about?
I think he's talking about the running when I was saying that's why Arsenal flopped.
I said Xhaka didn't. Xhaka was a senior player that didn't fall off, in my opinion. And Jorginho
stood up still.
No, I think
Xhaka definitely stood up.
Saka started to like lose form, but I think he was just playing loads, innit? Like every game.
That was Saka's problem. He was playing too many games last season.
Pro TV says, Monts, would you take Thomas Partey as experience at Liverpool? No, for off-field reasons. Not for his quality reasons. Dave O'Cop says it's still possible the club have backed off because of the fee. Yeah, they haven't obviously accepted it, but they've said if Liverpool slap a £20 million price tag, they'll withdraw the fee. They'll withdraw their offer. So it's one of those ones. Eman says Gerrard easily Liverpool best captain in the Prem. John Terry with the most Prem titles, followed by Vincent Kompany, Man City with 4 Prem titles, and Roy Keane with 4 Prem titles as well.
It's variables, isn't it? Everyone's criteria for what a good captain is different.
Literally, if they're doing off that isn't good though.
Was Gary Neville captain when we won the Champions League flawless?
That captain thing.
Yeah, even while he wasn't playing, he was bit part. I remember him lifting the trophy. I believe so. I believe it was Gary Neville. Yes, you are correct.
Gary Neville has won more than 5 Premier Leagues.
I don't believe this is a full transition. Otherwise, it'd be selling our best players. I think, G, to answer your question, I think it's like like what Tom said, a retuning of a certain area.
I don't think it is a retune. I think it is a total wipeout.
Just blow it
up.
If
you think about it, Firmino's gone, Mane's gone, Fabinho's going potentially, Henderson's gone. Robertson, I see going next season. I'll keep it real. I think this is Robertson's last season.
You can't. If you haven't seen anything, then you can't then slap that away. You haven't seen.
All right, that's just an asterisk. This is my personal opinion. Flipping Gomez. How long's he got left?
Bro, like again, your name and player case. Your name.
Starting a new career.
Just picking players out.
Matip contract ends next season.
Yeah, Matip goes next year, yeah. But I'm talking about now. Matip. I'm talking about this window. It's not. If it's a full-on transition, then we'll be selling Salah. We'll be selling the big boys.
It is a full-on transition. You're losing your captain and your vice.
It's not a full-on transition, bro. It's not.
So who's captain next, in your opinion?
Next to captain. I don't really think Van Dijk.
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk. I don't like Van Dijk as a captain.
What's wrong with Van Dijk as captain? What's wrong with Van Dijk as captain?
Revisit that. I might need to revisit that.
What's wrong with how come you're genuine? How come you're not against? Why are you against Van Dijk as captain?
Everything.
Like genuinely, like I want to know. He seems like
he just gets red arrows. We need to move on, but he just gets red arrows. I'm not hearing
this
VVD captain thing.
This guy's not having it yet. That's right. I'm surprised. I didn't expect you to say.
A lot of men say, yeah, VVD for the armband. Not me, G.
Yeah.
You're not with it, okay.
Raw, really?
Is it wait, but without going directly into it, is it something in particular that happened, or is it a combination of things?
No, I've just watched him. I've watched him very closely with the armband. He's just not very good.
Okay, first. All right, fair enough.
He's not been a good captain for the Netherlands. So yeah, Dele Alli. Of course, he opened up about certain things earlier today with an interview on the overlap with Gary Neville. And I don't know, man. I feel like it's very unfortunate what happened to Dele Alli, because I stick by this when I say Dele Alli, what he was doing in the Prem was not normal.
Yeah.
At 21 was not, bro. I still think Prime Ali argument is an argument to be had, bro. Like, it was just a joke what man was doing. You could even make the argument and say he was doing it at a high level. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to just come in and break into a team. You can even say he was one of the reasons why Kane, Eriksen, all these guys managed to shine as well. You know what I'm saying? He was at the heart of that. There was times that Eriksen had to play out wide because Ali was so good. Eriksen had to play out wide. You know what I'm saying? There was a time
scored against me,
bro. And that was the what Ali? That was the what Ali?
That was a dying Ali.
Yeah,
that was the washed Ali.
Prime Ali. I don't even think Saka gets close to that. I'll be real. It sounds mad.
Wait, I was waiting for the cheekiness.
Yeah, but it sounds mad, bro. Was it 18?
I knew it. He couldn't contain himself.
Bro, why are you telling me about GA?
Could not contain himself.
For
right, just loud, like, bro.
Look at Odegaard. Odegaard hit.
Come on, man. Serious topic, guys. Come on.
Everyone's beating their chest about
They got
Odegaard.
sucked in. They got sucked in. Sucked.
I know what you better
Yeah, I
like.
literally
Man.
got
You better
sucked in because of the
serious.
cheek. It was the cheek. Yeah, sorry.
I knew I was
I'm
waiting
just
for somebody
biting,
to say it.
man. It's cheeky, fam.
You better not wind each other up saying that. You better terrible, you know. You better have terrible feelings.
Keep it Ali. Keep it Ali. Keep it Ali.
But
Go on.
just go on, yeah, go on, yeah.
It's not wrong, Casey. Go on.
Because I was gonna say, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, go on. No, you finish. I want to hear you because it's a little Tottenham, man.
You man beat on about Odegaard in 18 non-penalty goals, bro. Dele Alli did it first.
So look, sorry. I'll interrupt you again. Stop talking. I actually thought man was gonna say something about Ali, but he's been talking about stats to me. Like, it's allow me.
I had to.
Forget that. No, what I was gonna say on the whole Ali situation, though, yeah, just to briefly touch. One, I rate that he's come out and said it. Like I like when players like show their human side almost, like, because obviously things aren't all rosy in the garden of being a footballer. You know, yeah, the money, the cars, all that good stuff, but there's the flip side of the pressures and just normal. Not, I wouldn't say what's happened to him is normal, but these are things that we hear in the news happen to just normal general people. So they can happen and do happen to these elite footballers and elite people in sport and everyone around the world. So it's not nice to see, but I'm happy that he's come out and, you know, Dele Alli being the player he is, people having all these assumptions about, you know, what's been going on. He's just fell off and he threw away his career and yeah, it's nice for him to come and not clear it up, but come and shed some light of why things have happened. But on the flip side, I don't think it's wrong for people to have an opinion and say like, I don't think he's good enough anymore, or I don't think he's good enough to play for my team. I don't think that is too far based off what he's come out and said, because people are only making those opinions on football. I've seen a lot of people like get butchered for saying anything about Dele Alli now that he's come and made that interview. I still feel like you are allowed to criticize him as a footballer. But if it starts becoming personal, that's when it can be an issue. But if you're talking about just football,
watch your mouth type of thing. Watch your mouth type.
Yeah.
Because I think with Dele Alli, like, by the way, big up El Lad with the £2 super chat as well. He says Allison would be the captain for Liverpool for me.
I hear that.
I do
That's
hear that.
match out.
But yeah, I just feel like mental health is massive, and obviously, again, just to echo what Casey said, for players, the more players come out about it, it's probably a lot more. It's a lot more. It's organic, and it's a lot more positive for the younger generation of footballers who aren't really prepared for the fame that they might be propelled to at a young age. Not a lot of footballers already know like their trajectory as a footballer. They can be thrown into the first team, have a blinder. Next thing, they're the next hottest topic in the news, and their names everywhere. And not everyone knows how to deal with fame. You know what I'm saying? Or how to deal with mental health while dealing with fame. Most people don't even know how to deal with mental health without the fame, let alone with the fame. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes footballers are able to deal with it, and a lot of times they aren't able to deal with it. And we'll never know what it's like for them and what they're going through behind closed doors, because so many things are kept under wraps because everything's so high profile. So I think with younger players coming through, it's going to be. I would like it to be more normalized for young players to either speak out or to seek help openly. They don't always have to go on an interview and talk about their woes, but to just normalize going and getting help or just natural therapy, you know, because it's not even always about mental health. It can be almost as simple as losing a final, or, you know, getting a really bad injury, or, you know, some people, who was it? Loris Karius, after the Champions League final, he's mocked and laughed at by everyone because of what happened losing Liverpool that final. No one really knows.
Imagine Phil Jones, bro. Man was a meme at the end of his career. It's just he wasn't even that bad. He's better.
And we were saying that Phil Jones wasn't actually that bad.
He wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like, even Lukaku.
Bro, you know what's mad? He didn't have the testimonial thing because he thought no one was going to turn up.
That's tapped. I
Yeah,
hate to
that's
see
just
that.
sad, fam.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did say that. He said only his mum and dad would turn up. He did say that still.
Yeah, like, and that's what's and obviously
He's been at the club for 10 years or something.
I love there's certain players who have openly obviously spoken about their dark times. Jordan Ibe, who was supposed to be the next Raheem Sterling,
and Josh Townsend had a gambling addiction, I believe.
Yeah, like these guys have fallen into dark. Some of these guys fall into very dark places, and like as much as we give players stick as fans, like there is a human under there. Like I think we'll always be emotional because at the end of the day, as fans, we spend our hard-earned money to go and watch these guys play. Like, do you know what I'm saying? To go watch them kick a ball around into a net. So there's obviously the side of it where you go, listen, like one in thousands make it to where you guys are, but they're still humans.
Wait, Montel, you're also more emotionally invested. You've been supporting the club from before these men were here, and you'll be supporting it after these men are here. So it's like you've got an attachment to these clubs, which some of these players don't. You know, some of the players don't have an attachment. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I just think that sometimes these things, like there's just a certain line, and sometimes that line gets crossed. Obviously, like I always have to go back to the Carriers thing. There's always a part of me that like I hated that. Like in that, like I remember that time how much the feelings I felt towards my man. But now, like 5 years later, and maybe because we won the year after, fair enough, maybe I'm able to see things more clearer. But I've always thought to myself, bro, Donny never got his career back on track after one bad game. Like
one bad game, bro.
Yeah, albeit the biggest game in club football. Yeah,
cool.
But like when you look at like if you ask anyone who's an actual Liverpool fan who watched that season, Mignolet was the keeper that season, and Karius came in and carried Liverpool through certain group stages. Karius came in and was like, everyone was like, "Oh wow, this guy's."
Well, that's what it is when it's the fortunate and the unfortunate side of being at high level sport. When you're at high level sport, you're under scrutiny to the point where one mistake can cost you your career. The same way one triumph, one goal can completely
make
change
your
career. Like you see, Rash
Kai Havertz,
the prime example of that.
One kick of the ball
just to add to that, I think it's a good insight for us fans to wake up. Especially, you see these men that jump online to do the trolling thing. It's actually crazy because even me myself, as a Tottenham fan, I've seen Dele Alli 21 beaten off. He was valued at like 100 million at the age of like 22, putting up dumb numbers. You want to know as a fan where it all went wrong, innit? Like you're hearing he's going drinking, this, that. And man gets sold for like 10 million to Everton out of nowhere. Performances just drop. But when you actually like deep, man was going through all this stuff at the time. Like saying he wanted to retire at 24, that is crazy, bro. Like the drop off, I don't think I've seen a worse drop off than that, you know.
You know that's mad to retire. To say you want to retire at 20, that's crazy. To be at 2 years ago, the big thing in football. Yeah. And what's crazy as well is that we are football fans.
Yeah, he actually was.
As well as supporters of our own clubs, and he was a joy to watch. Like he was just a joy to watch.
Yeah, bro. That's what I loved about him, Montel. The hunger. Like, remember he was bought for like 3 million from MK Dons. That's like 2 leagues below. But when he's come to Tottenham, all right, we're not the biggest club, but you could see he was happy to be there. And like anyone, if you play for like a big Premier League club and you made your dream, you're gonna show that hunger. You know, this is every kid's dream. Every game I'd see man playing with hunger, like just desire. And then fast forward 3 seasons later after Champions League final, it's just gone.
I think the one thing he said a few things in the interview that I do agree with though, where he said to himself, he said there's certain things that he just blames himself for. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think when you're keeping it football, Dele knows himself that he's made there's decisions he's made.
Yeah, 100%.
That were just like, you know what I mean? Like, it just shouldn't have done that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think, but that's where having the right people around you, and he says it himself, like his foster family is like, he said, if God could send people, it was them. Do you know what I'm saying? They were the perfect family to have around him. He was just almost doing everything to not seem like
to fight against it almost, maybe.
Yeah, not even. He said his biggest fear was letting them down. And obviously, what does that comes from his previous family, and where that's where that comes from. That don't come from later in his life. That's a childhood trauma thing. If you're big, if you're willing to, you're scared to let down the family. Because he said, I didn't want them to get. I was such a good kid growing up after being taken care of, because he didn't want to get. He didn't want to get. They didn't. He did, like, you know how foster parents, they can get rid of. They can actually get rid of the foster kid. You can still get rid of them, innit? He didn't want to lose the family to get them to get rid of him. And sometimes, huh? We say.
I was gonna say he valued them even more.
Yeah. Like, he didn't want to be, again. And I work with kids, bro. I work in schools. I tutor and that, bro. When you work with kids who have been like, or had a tough upbringing, and these kids haven't really, how do I say it? These kids, all they know is people of the adults walking out their life, and you show them otherwise, they build an attachment. Do you know what I'm saying? And that attachment can also come with the fear of going, okay, what if I'm not gonna say my last name, but what if he walks out or just leaves suddenly? That becomes a fear. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like anything bad they do, they just might want to lie to you. They'll tell any lie, and like Dele said, he said he'll tell as many lies as possible. Like, even when they said he was on the sleeping pills, I'm sure, Ethan, you saw it. He said, like, I'd lie and say I'd swear on everything that I weren't on the sleeping pills.
Yeah.
Swear on everything.
Deep it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a tough pill to swallow. I think it's very sad to see. He's only 27, and I still think he can get back to what he can get back to, innit? I just,
you know, I think the beauty in it, all of it, is like, yeah, cool. He had all these struggles, which are some people can relate to, some people can't, but you can see that he's come out in a better place in it, because he's talking about it in a sense where he's more. It's a kind of weight lifted off his shoulder, which I'm happy about. You know, even the fact that he said he wanted to get it out there before the press saw it, you can tell he's moved on from just brushing things and just letting them be out there and letting all speculation. But I was hearing that this guy was like a drunken and he didn't care about football anymore. He obviously does care about football, but he just doesn't have that hunger in it. But now he's,
you know what it is? Yeah. It's the passion. He needs that passion relit. Like,
and bro, Dele Alli with passion, it's a long day. That was his signature move, passion, bro. Literally.
Yeah, and that's, you never want to see a player lose that, man. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, listen, as fans, again, like what Casey said, we've invested in this club for the majority of our lives. You know, so you go to any football match, you're gonna hear worse names than some of the stuff you hear on the street, man. Tell you that right now.
Facts. You gotta have thick. As a footballer, you have to have thick skin, and it's not right, people. It's just a part of, like I said, being at high level sport. I'm not condoning. I'm just saying it's right. I'm just that's a fair. That's exactly where I was gonna go. That's a fair trade. And people can't say, oh, it's not all about the money. Of course, it's not all about the money. All I'm saying is, if I'm being paid thousands of pounds a month to do what I love, I'll write down shit for you to call me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you a list. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's right, and not everybody can handle that. And there's nothing wrong. And I respect Dele Alli for doing what he did. Because I didn't watch the full interview. I only seen like clips when like the picture was out, and it would have captions of what got said. And I was like, right, in regards to his upbringing, I knew nothing about that and him losing his hunger and things of that nature. But people have to be wary. That's why even doing this, we have a responsibility. This is why I don't go personal at people. I'll criticize players, but I don't attack players personally. All of my critique of any footballer is always football related.
Football, even if there's nothing to do with,
from a personality standpoint, it's affecting them. Whatever you do outside of nothing to do with anything. Like if you're smoking or drinking, I'm going to mention that. Because that's affecting you physically.
I hear mad stories of like even Neymar or Messi, when I think it was Messi or Neymar, when they were looking to leave PSG. PSG fans are turning up at their yard. The United fans, you man wanted the Glazers out, and you lot came to his yard. Like that's where
he came to Woodward's out. Yeah, that's too far. I want him gone. Too far, man. Man's wife and kids is there, and that's too far.
That's what man are on, because you know it's the way. Unfortunately, the way certain fans see it is that I'm spending my life savings, or I'm spending my spare money to go see you play. My last buck to go and travel abroad and come back on the same day to see you, man, walk around the pitch and not even clap the fans. Yeah, I'm turning up at your fucking door. That's how some of them, man. That's how them.
Yeah, no, man, they take it personal, because like you see how we say like Like it all goes back to Corey, simple things like we say me, like the club's us, yeah? Bro, if you feel like the club is you and these players are representing you, bro, you're gonna feel personally attacked when these men are not, like you said, not turning up, walking around the pitch, doing such and such outside of the pitch that doesn't help them on the pitch. Like all these things, you're gonna take it personally, bro. You're gonna be like, bro, I'm out here doing all I can to have your back out here.
But it's
Like,
what extent, bro. It's what extent.
You know what
Like,
I mean?
basically, you can be hot about stuff and you can feel affected, like losing a final. Sissoko lost in a final. But I'm not gonna go online and put flipping monkey emojis or talk about his mum.
That's where it's too far.
Yeah, we know that's all crazy, but that's just the point we're trying to make, is that racism aside, like in terms of like violence, or you know when the French players got ducked out and they raided the stadium and that, like those are the fans that go to the extreme because they support to the extreme. I'm not excusing that. I still think they're wrong either way. Like,
Thanks.
but at the end of the day, my personal standpoint, I feel like the money and the abuse at times can go hand in hand. Obviously, it just depends. Not everyone is built the same. Dele Alli might not be built the same. Not everyone's built to take abuse, no matter how much money you're earning.
The thing is, that's the facts, and then that's when you have to be like, all right, do I trade this off to trade this off? Because like I said, it's not right, but that's what it is. What comes with the good and the great of being a footballer is the criticism you get.
A week, bro. Half of the footballers, I promise you, could not take the abuse Pogba gets, bro.
Oh yeah, facts. Oh, facts.
It's literally like
Pogba is thick skin.
Some of them don't even have social media. They have people that run their social media.
And you know what? That is the best way to do it. Because as a professional footballer, I don't get why you have social media. Like in regards to being,
to be honest, the way social media is now.
I am nowhere near the level of the footballers we're talking. I don't have my DMs open. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, if you don't follow me, I don't see the acts. When I'm on shows, I don't read comments. Why? Why do that to yourself? You know what I'm saying?
On the flip side, if you go and bang like a hattie, you want to be on social media because you want to be seeing, this guy's the coldest, hardest youth in the world. You want to be seeing that. You're like, you're right. But then on the flip side, if I miss a sitter and we lose 1-0, this is the shittest you. Get him off my club. He stinks. You're having this, that abuse. All the bro, it's dangerous. It's mad dangerous. It's like, bro, it's like you're feeding for like you're just catting for the good. That's what social media is, bro. You're always wanting that praise.
But at the same time, I feel like, as I said, every abuse comes in different ways. As I said, you got the personal abuse that no one stands for, in the racism, turning up a man's yard, all of that stuff. But then there's also like, for me, as I said, I can only talk from kind of how I would see it. Like, if a Tottenham fan abuses me as a Liverpool player, it's one ear out the other. I don't play for your club. Like, I get it. That's why you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me even though I do something good. I would be hurt if like my own fan base is doing that, and that's usually, I think, the crossing the line of certain players. When your own fans, like when Xhaka told the fans to F off, I believe he was generally at his last wit's end at that point. Do you know what I'm saying? That wasn't a thing that just came up. That was something that was building up and up and up and up and up and up. And then, and I remember specifically, Xhaka didn't have a bad game that game. I remember that. He did not have a bad game. Arsenal.
But it's just that he was the scapegoat. So he was like, we were probably drawing at that point or losing.
Bro, he let his human side out. For 1 second, he let his human side out. And unfortunately, when you're a footballer, you're not actually allowed to be human for that long. I know that sounds so mad to say.
Or at least you're not allowed to be human at that point.
You're not allowed to be human.
You're not allowed to do it publicly. It's a public thing. If he would have got back to the changing room and was calling them fans every name under the sun and nobody hears it, nobody mentions it. And again, that's the trade-off you have. And that's a great point you made. You can't be, it's unfortunate, you can't be human. You can't react normally. Because if someone's cursing one of us out and we react like that, everyone's like, yeah, Fairs, you deserve it.
Yeah, cool. It's just,
Back in the day, if you play bad, the most it's making out to is the newspaper. I don't even read the newspaper. It's just like, you know, I'll be sitting there wiping my tears with them bands. But unfortunately,
you wouldn't even be front page unless it was like the Euros or the World Cup. You're not even front page. So some people aren't even seeing it. Like, it just don't even matter.
This is what I'm saying. So more time, I don't know, man. Like as I said, there are some footballers out there that can handle it, and there are some footballers that would actually trade the hundreds and thousands they're making to not be abused. There are guys out there that would 100% trade their wages to walk down the street and not be noticed.
Yeah, because he wants to walk down the road and just get abused. You know what I'm saying? For some shit you did months ago. You know what I'm saying? One error.
Sometimes years ago.
Years ago.
I find crazy. Relate this back to the Dele Alli point, yeah? I think we hear a lot, but I think we don't hear a lot in it. So when you hear stuff like Phil Jones, Xhaka, all these public outbursts, there's so many players that you might think have fell off or suffering in silence, but these times they're going through a mad battle, you know. I'm deep in it. Yeah. There's probably one at every club. I wouldn't be surprised.
Bro, it's mad, and it's not just football.
Yo, months before you carry on, I got a dip, yo. Great way to end on this conversation. Love to all you, man. Big up the chat, hit the like button, subscribe, catch up with all you, man, soon, yeah? Bless up, man. Every time.
Subscribe to TV, man. Bless. Guys, we are going to end it there. We're running over time by about 5 minutes. We'll hit us through the chat, the comments, and then we'll probably touch on the Onana thing because an announcement is imminent. We'll probably touch on Onana on Sunday, if that's all right, with Corey, because they'll be more advanced by then. Big up Carmen as well. Big up Klopp's hamstring. There's a lot of good comments. I've seen a lot of good comments in regards to mental health, where I'm not going to read out too many of them, obviously, because, again, it's quite a sensitive topic. But, again, people like Jordan I was brought up in terms of some of the stuff he's gone through. Some people think Jadon Sancho is similar, going through something quite similar. But, again, it's probably, Man United are such a big club, probably being covered up to a much greater extent. James MK says people don't talk, they bottle it up, and then when it comes out in other ways, don't bottle it up, talk about it, respect. Sophia's Football Talk was saying something about working with kids as well. I just want to find that comment. She said, good point, Mons. I've been working with kids for 8 years, and many do have heavy childhood traumas, which does affect them at later stages in life. And I think that's what it was at Dele Alli as well. Some of his childhood traumas have definitely affected him in terms of opening up to the family that actually, you know, that really cares about him. Respect to Gary Neville as well. I think we haven't mentioned that. Respect to Gary Neville for being there. Yeah, of course, bro. Of course. Like when you're in the room, it's always different when you're in the room and man are talking about things like that. It's different, innit? Like, you know, that stuff is different. But listen, we are going to say.
Go on. You can end it.
We are going to end it there. Big up the members as usual. We've got tomorrow's show as well. It's going to be a little bit later at 9 p.m. people, but make sure you do set your notification bells. Big up Ethan, D1, KLFC, Honestly Ed. I haven't seen Solo in a minute, and I haven't seen her on other channels. Please, someone go and check up on Solo MCFC for me, please, and make sure she's okay as well. Big up Snake Eyes, Beijing Reds TV. I was on with Coppish today. Roms, NDT, Joe, and Aiden Andrews as well. Big up Jay the Activist for his super chats as well. Big up Ethan for his super chat also, and big up, there was another super chat sent as well. Highbury Ultra for the super chat, and Murtaza as well. Listen, people, smash the like button, get this to over 200 likes if you're watching this back. We are less than 60 subscribers off of 5K now. Loads of subscribers this show. Appreciate it. Let's get to 5K by tomorrow, people. Let's make it happen. Big up everyone in the chat, and make sure you head over to a gal stream straight after this, people. Make sure you subscribe to him as well. I'm here with Kiz, Eve, Cause, Casey, and everyone else. Take care, guys. Head over to the next one. Man, is there anything you want to say before we head off?
No, man. Nothing.
Just big up. Really? Just big up everyone, and we'll see you
big
on.
Up, man. Big up, anyone that's going through mental health.
Let's get to 5K, people. Big up, people.
Sure, we'll see.